Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Los Angeles.
And a thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And on the sideline, Doris Burke. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol at the 4. And for Los Angeles, CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the sky-scraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. And that was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. Dudley backing down. Back to Paul. He feeds it to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Griffin's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Clippers. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave L.A. a swagger that might help them get through the rest of the season.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that, Clark, and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
That's good.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
You know, you get the kind of love Blake Griffin has gotten for dunking on everybody in the league. It doesn't go over well with your opponents. I noticed last season teams started to get a lot more physical with him because of that.
Now here's Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Good shot by Paul, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Nash kicks to Kaman. A finger roll finish at the bucket. Kaman's got his first 2 points of the night. And with hard fouls becoming a topic of discussion last season for LeBron James and certainly for Blake Griffin, Steve, what's your take? Does Griffin change his style of play? Does the league step in to protect players like him? How do you view that?
Well, the league already does protect everybody. I mean, you can't commit a hard foul these days without it being called flagrant. So, I mean, I think Griffin is fine. He just needs to continue to improve. And what he can do more than anything is develop a low post game that would translate into the playoffs.
Now here's Kobe after the miss from Redick. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
One of the sweetest moves in the game, the reverse layup in traffic. Well, he's such a versatile scorer offensively. I mean, Gasol's a guy who shoots with range. We saw him even make some threes last year for the Lakers. But really good at the mid-range area, and he'll just punish smaller defenders down on the block with either hand.
And, you know, some have labeled him a finesse big man, Steve, but I think he's consistently one of the league leaders in offensive rebounds. You can't be a finesse guy and gobble up offensive boards. He's got that big height advantage, especially at power forward.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. The Lakers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Redick passes to Griffin. Shot to stop the run. And Young comes over to help. Redick for three. No good. And the Lakers take it the other way.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the third most threes in the league, but we're in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
No, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Kobe defended by Redick. Kobe gets to Gasol. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
So it's the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Dudley's shot is good. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
Ball goes in, rejected by Young. Pass to Kobe. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Kobe's got 9.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here.
Well, Kobe's never been shy about shooting. You know, a lot of people would argue that he gets maybe a little too shot happy sometimes, but you want a guy who's dominant. You want a guy who's not afraid, who's going to fail and just come right back and fire away the next time.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Johnson dishes to Hill. Feeds to Blake. It's back to Hill. Stolen away. Now here's Crawford. Guarded by Blake. It's Crawford with the drive.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low. Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Lakers leading by 7.
I got yours.
Farmar passes to Blake. Hill. Low block shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. Hill's got his first 2 points. And when you talk about Kobe's role offensively for the Lakers, it's worth mentioning last season was one of his most efficient scoring the basketball.
It really was, and you consider the turmoil that surrounded the Lakers all season. It was remarkable that Kobe was as even-keeled as he was, stayed focused, and start to finish, he delivered the type of all-star performance that he always does. Very impressive.
Here's Collison after Jordan Hill's bucket.
Yeah, guys, did you know that the Clippers winning the Pacific Division last year was the first time it's ever happened? Yeah, you heard it right.
Good point, Clark.
That's the first time the Clippers have ever won the Pacific Division.
And what a time to be a Clipper fan these days, guys, with the way they've climbed to the very top of the Pacific Division. And, Steve, they've done it by beating up on the rest of the teams in that Pacific.
Well, Golden State gave them some trouble, Kevin, but otherwise they really rolled against the rest of the Pacific Division. And I'll tell you, it became clear within a few months last season that the Clips were going to run away with the Pacific, and what a long time coming for Clipper fans.
Outside Collison. There's the dish to Crawford. The rebound by Johnson.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 12. We'll get right back to the action when we... Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And Stephen Clark, Lakers pretty much in control here.
How about the shooting so far? It's been a clinic out there. They are lighting it up and really creating open looks for each other.
Well, Steve, there hasn't been much resistance and when they've been on the offensive end, so they've taken advantage of it.
Hill. That misses off the backboard.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hey, guys, well, the Clippers owe a lot of their success to how they bonded with team chemistry. Chris Paul said, quote, "It matters a lot when you really, truly care about somebody. You'll dive on the floor for them. You'll run through that screen for them. You really genuinely care how they feel. It just means a little bit more." That was certainly evident in how they played last year, as well as how they interacted. We'll see if they can keep that same flow going this year, guys.
Yeah, plenty of camaraderie in that locker room. Thanks, Doris.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You could see that there.
Johnson kicks to Blake. Farmall. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Crawford. Rebound Hill. Lakers leading by 10. Dishes it to Johnson. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were, and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
It's a good assessment. And the Clippers call time here. And some changes here for the Lakers. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Kanan, and Pau Gasol is subbed in for Jordan Hill. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Count that one.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll. Guys, it was another year for DeAndre Jordan where he was exactly what you want from a supporting role center. Blocked shots, dunked it when he could, and really had his best season so far.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Back to Kobe. Launches a 3. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. And for DeAndre Jordan, the physical tools certainly are there. 6'11", 7'6" wingspan. It's developing his skill and the experience that he's been working on.
I thought he got better last year with that jump hook inside. Not to the point where you'd go to him, but where it was serviceable. Still a young guy, though. I think he has solidified his place as the Clippers center of the future, but he can get better as he goes along.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in.
You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home where the Clippers just happened to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. And I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Passes to Johnson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in L.A. as they surpassed the Lakers in wins last season. You know, a big part of that was, Steve, their ability to win here at home.
Yeah, 32 wins here at Staples, and when they got out and ran, this place was really rocking. And this Clipper team has a roster full of guys that can make a play that ignites a crowd, and some new additions this year, new coaching staff. A lot going on for this Clipper team.
Barnes, guarded by Kobe. Paul for three, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. LA's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Kobe dishes to Nash. Here's Gasol. And the Lakers with another miss. Clippers trailed by 11. Here's Redick. Passes it to Barnes. And the lead is down inside single digits. Barnes has got 7 points.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Jordan Farmar is back in the NBA after playing last season in Turkey. He's making about a third of what he could earn overseas, but he said, quote, "This is the only situation I would have taken a minimum deal with. I miss my family, I miss being home, and ultimately, I miss being a Laker." He's an LA native, won 2 titles in purple and gold, and guys, it's good to be back.
Yeah, he is a winner. No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. And the Lakers making a change here. Kamen's checked in. Off the inbound pass. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For Los Angeles, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. That's good from Barnes.
Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much turmoil throughout the year. Injuries, coaching-wise, changes in the offense. And they never were able to really gain any momentum. They made a decent run at the end of the season, but that didn't carry over into the postseason when they were swept by the Lakers in the first round.
Gets it to go.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
For 3, Kobe. There's the bucket. Good. Kobe's got 8 points here in this quarter.
That's number 2 for him from long range in this quarter, his 3rd overall.
I think going back to D'Antoni and the Lakers, that Howard and Gasol were made more than a little distracted.
Huge play.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And stolen by Barnes. Redick passes it to Paul. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now just a 5-point Laker lead.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Nash gets to Gasol. Wants to get it to Kobe and does.
Well, it's without question Kobe Bryant's always going to be known as one of the great scorers in the history of the game. But for the kids watching at home, it is really worth reminding you of this. He can do it all. He's fundamentally sound in all aspects of the game. He defends, he rebounds, he passes. To be one of the true greats, you can't just focus on one thing. You need to be able to do a little bit of everything and do it all well.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ball left side from the baseline. And he drops that one in. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Kobe dishes to Kaman. He's against Jordan. The 3. And Kobe Bryant gets the 3. Kobe's got 22.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
That'll do it for the first half. Lakers on top, leading by 6. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Now, presented by Sprint.
I'm Damon Bruce.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
I'll tell you what, I think that the Clippers need to change their strategy against Kobe.
22 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
You know, people look at Steve Nash, guys, and I don't know if they automatically think tremendous athlete, but he is. He's a different type of tremendous athlete. He's not going to blind you or amaze you with his running and jumping ability, but it's his agility, his coordination, his balance, the fact that he's ambidextrous, not only with his hands, but with his feet. I mean, he's equally balanced going either way with the ball or on his pivots. And he attributes a lot of that to playing soccer and ice hockey as a youth.
Gets it to go. 25 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's one of the elite scorers in league history, able to create space for his shot with unbelievable footwork and ball handling ability, fundamentals, and of course, unfazed by an aggressive defender.
Well, he's used to being the focal point of a defense, so that doesn't bother him at all, never phases him. It also doesn't faze him when he misses shots. He always believes he's a shot away from going on the run, and he's always hungry for buckets. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And for Nash, his great agility really helps him on the offensive side, certainly, and change of speed and direction and shifting all over the floor. He can keep defenders off balance. Always has been able to do that.
Yeah, but defensively is where he's suffered here the last couple of seasons, just losing a little bit as he's aged. But, you know, a smart player and understands how to survive defensively out on the floor.
And Reddick kicks to Paul. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Paul's got 8.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
And the Lakers call time here. Lakers leading by 11.
You know, for so long, the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Reddick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years, and you're right. They have done it with, you know, Steve Style, to say the least. You know, they've got now also a very deep team.
Well, a 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season, so if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
Byron Mullins is checked in for the Clippers.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
The Lakers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Matt Barnes is checked in for Blake Griffin.
Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
Nash, the pass to King. Unloads from 9. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
The try by Paul, and that one's good. Paul's got 10 points in the game. Well, going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 records team against the rest of the conference. That record falling right in line where they finished in relation to the rest of the West.
Well, that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing it for the last playoff spot. You know, Laker fans might not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but you know, they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in. They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Shots good.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Kobe kicks it over to Nash. Kaman defended by Mullins. Kaman's shot is good.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
And there's the pass to Dudley. Back to Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Collison with it. Now defended by Farmer. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Farmer dishes to Blake. This one for three. Good. Blake's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Barnes. The putback and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from them tight.
Back to Young. The feed to Hill. Puts up the baby hook. Bank shot, no good. Clippers trail by 13. He dishes it to Crawford. Offensive rebound. Barnes passes to Crawford. That shot wide open. Los Angeles has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Pass to Young. Kicks to Farmer. Lakers working the ball around now. He feeds it to Blake. He passes to Farmer. Right side Gasol. Griffin's there. The baseline jam. Can't get it to go.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And as we end the third quarter, a dump. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Lakers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Dudley's shot is good.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Crawford. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And here's Kobe from the arc. Paul with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 6. And Dudley kicks to Mullins. Dudley dishes to Paul. Pass to Dudley. Again, Los Angeles.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
He kicks to Blake. Feeds it to Kaman. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. The big dunk at the end of the break. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for Los Angeles.
Boy, their pounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
Thank you, Doris. Blake kicks to Kobe. A 3-ball. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. And that's now 35 points for Kobe Bryant.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And the basket by Blake.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
Crawford outside. Paul. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers. You know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
And let's give him some more credit where more credit is due for his role as a team leader. I mean, he's somebody who brings out the best in his teammates whenever he's on the floor.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Blake defended by Paul. Blake passes to Kobe. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 3. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Dudley. And that's 10 points for Jamal Crawford.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Johnson, good.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And the Clippers call time here. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Young comes in for Jordan Hill. And Paul Gasol subbed in for Wesley Johnson.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And Dudley kicks to Crawford, and he hits it to tie the game up. Crawford's got 10 points in just the second half. Back to Gasol. Now the dish to Kobe. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Griffin's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Paul passes to Dudley. Gasol with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Dishes it to Blake. Passes it to Gasol. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Young for 3, and that one's good.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Wesley Johnson's checked in for the Lakers. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Kobe with the steal. No rock. And the Clippers will come the other way.
This quarter has really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 2.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Here's Johnson. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
I really thought they did a better job, a much better job of getting it inside in the first half. They got to get back to throwing it in the paint more here in the second.
Now Griffin inside.
Oh, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Kobe kicks to Young. The pass to Johnson. And stolen by Jordan. Clippers trail by 3. The feed to Dudley. Takes a three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half.
Kobe kicks to Young. Puts up the tray. Gets the three to fall.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
He dishes it to Dudley. Back to Paul. Crawford outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Gasol dishes to Johnson. Kicks it to Blake. Outside, Kobe. From deep. Griffin grabs the board. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
Yeah, zero tolerance for mistakes here.
About 3 seconds between shot and gameplay. Young with the steal. And he commits the intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Not at all what he had in mind when he stepped to the line. He could have put it away there.
Now Jordan.
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a three.
Johnson goes in.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
And Dudley kicks to Crawford. Knocks down the trifecta. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a push. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.